lovely Aquarius, welcome to my reading. I hope that you're doing great. Adrian H here. For those of you that are wondering, it's the same room that I'm in. I'm just taking from a different angle because there's that window behind me over there and there's so much light. It's because it's all sort of light above my head. It looks a little bit like like some angelic vibe or something going on here. You can only see like half my face, so I just turned it around. So this reading, it's a twin flame reading. It's your mid-June reading, twin flame love reading. So Aquarius, this is for those of you that believe yourself to be in a twin flame connection, or for those of you that are interested in getting into a twin flame connection. Okay, please remember it's a general reading. Please take it as it resonates. And let's see what we've got. We're going to clarify for you, and then at the end of the reading, I'm going to draw a crystal oracle card for you to get to see what is the oracle message or the crystal energy that you can open yourself to that will actually assist you in an abundantly positive way. All right, so let's get started. Let's draw your tarot. Let's see what brought you towards where you currently are. What has brought you here? What is coming towards you? Where are you currently at? What is the guidance? Spirit guides and guardian angels, please guide my hands. How beautiful, Aquarius. And this is obviously for sun, moon, rising and ascending. You can also look at your Venus since we're talking about love, because just you're an Aquarius doesn't really necessarily mean that your Venus is in the same placement as well. Or maybe communication problems, you can look at your Mercury. And if you don't really know what those placements are, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, then what you can do is look down below in the description. There's a link that says free natal chart, and you get to see what those placements are. Okay, waiting for the cards to be ready. Almost there. There we go. Okay, falling all over the place. I'm going to pack them out as I got them coming out. There's some that landed in my lap. One more. Let's see what we have for energy coming towards you. Interesting stuff. When cards fall like that, I know that it's a powerful message. And let's take this one over here for the overall energy. You've got the Eight of Cups. This is a space of you walking away from disassociating with what is no longer serving you there with Eight of Cups in a positive way. And it's not just about stepping away, it's more an energy of stepping towards, okay? This is a space of you realizing what your value is and what your worth is and what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And the cushions over there looking like peacocks. Let's just move it. There you go. It's just if I look at a video and things like that, it'll actually bother me. So that's why I'm taking it away. This is a space, Aquarius, basically, of you stepping away, but also stepping towards. And this is a space of realizing your value and realizing your worth. Some of you may be in the process of sort of like disassociating with somebody that you were previously involved with, whether it's the end of a relationship or a marriage or, anything like that. But there might have been a very powerful connection here, and I see that many of you are stepping away, or you're taking the relationship to the next level. Some of you could also be sort of like enticing the idea of being with someone different, whether you actually have met this person or not. It's almost like setting clear what it is that you are open for, what it is that you're prepared to experience, and what it is that you're not prepared to experience. And that's a very good thing to do, actually. Okay. In your recent past, so what has brought you towards where you currently are, Aquarius? We've got the Emperor, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Staffs, which is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so this is a space where in the recent past, I feel for many of you, lots of you, even if you were with someone, it's almost like you were in the space where it was just you, It's a space where I feel that you leveled up. Your focus was a lot on you. You realize that if you sort of want to live life the way that you want to live life, that you have to invest in yourself time-wise, energy-wise, money-wise, education, job, places of stay, relationships, looking after your health, looking after your wealth, looking after your well-being, looking after your emotions, all of those things really. I can see there, it's almost like if you look at this character, they're holding something that looks almost like a crystal ball there in their hands over there. And this is a space where you would have realized really who you are, but I also feel that you called upon strengths, basically, resources that that were available that maybe you wouldn't have called upon before. And then your heart started to open. I feel that the focus on you, it helped your heart to start opening. Some of you may not have been aware of this, but some of you may have had a bit of, or quite a bit of self-doubt within yourself, self-belief sort of issues and things like that. And I feel that by investing in yourself and really placing that spotlight on you, that focus on you, you have really come to understand the true value of your actual worth. All right. This is a space where, maybe throughout life you were bringing all sort of different things to the table, and it's almost like saying, maybe I should bring something different to the table. And whilst we're at it, maybe we should get a different table over here, that sort of thing. Your heart started to open for love. And I feel that you have really gotten some clarity within yourself for what it is that you want to have in love, what it is that you want to have in a connection, in a relationship. And I feel that many of you have actually been single or felt very alone in a connection, and you really worked at getting that sense of almost like stability within yourself, physical stability, which also then led to emotional stability, and inevitably this also leads to financial stability. Okay. In your current space, Aquarius, where you currently are, you have got the Three of Staffs, which remember is Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Death card. Okay, Death card in reverse. So first of all, when we're just looking at love, because that is the focus of this reading, where you are right now, what you are doing right now, what you are sort of putting into the vortex of creation right now, this is everything that you want to do in order to line up with love. I feel that for many of you, you finally over the X, you're finally done with that chapter. It's a space of, it might have taken you a very long time, or you're in that space where you're finally sort of wrapping up those emotions. And especially with the Death card here in reverse, in your current space, it's a very profound placement there, especially with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Wands just before it. And it gets even more profound as we go to the rest of it. But I'm just going to stay with your current space for now, that this is not a space of transformation. This is not a space of out with the old and in with the new. Many of you have already done that in the recent past. I feel that there's a lot of sort of letting go and releasing that you have already done. And that's where you are right now. This is a space of, and it started in the recent past really, it's a space of kind of like putting on that new cloak and actually wearing it with pride. So just to be clear, because it's standing out so strongly, the moment that you can accept within yourself that the most difficult work is behind you, you've already done the transformation that you needed to do, and now things are just unfolding, because sometimes we get stuck in there. Look at what you've got coming towards you. You've got the Sun, highest vibrational card in the tarot deck, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Swords over there. So some of you may have needed to operate on a more sort of like emotional level than what you would, typically do. And it's sort of like, it's almost like you have to be a little bit softer, step back a little bit, kind of like see what is being presented to you by the energy of life and love and all those things. And I feel that you've got all those lessons that you needed to learn in the past. Many of you could have been with somebody in the past that has felt like absolute heartbreak and kind of like, the end of the world. But this is a powerful lesson that you had. And, when we basically speak about false flames, I always feel that the word false flames has got such a negative sort of connotation to it, because as souls, we are all soulmates. I always call everybody on the planet my cosmic cousins, and that includes humans, animals, and plants. They often come in to help us to elevate to that next level, and sometimes they have to do that in a way that we don't really enjoy. All right. Let's see. Let's clarify. So the cards that I use for this drawing is the Tarot of the Moon Garden, and there's a link in the description for all the cards that I use in my readings, or there are links rather. Those are too many cards. Can we please clarify the Eight of Cups, which is the overall energy for you, Aquarius? Spirit guides and guardian angels. What is Aquarius walking towards? Or some of you are walking towards marriage, because you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is about circumstances in your life, physical circumstances surrounding stability, the Strength card, and the Four of Wands. So many of you, you may have worked really, really hard to get to where you are. There's a lot of force in this reading, because we started with the Emperor there in the recent past, which is a 4. The Eight of Cups for your overall energy, 4 plus 4, stability, flow. We've got the Strength card, which is the number 8. We've got the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So lots and lots of force. I feel for many of you, it's like you're beginning to accept within your heart sort of like where you are at the moment, what you're doing with life. Your life has changed quite profoundly, and I feel that for many of you, you're very self-sufficient, you know. So say even if you're married maybe and there's more than enough money in the marriage, but it's maybe not money that you yourself has made, or you know, there might be some issues if you want to lay claim to it or stuff like that. Somehow you're creating your own money over here that you don't necessarily need, but if it does come, you know, if there is a need for you to have it, then it's a sense of, well, then I've got it. All right. There's a lot of release taking place over here for you, you know, limiting thoughts and beliefs about money and about life and about opportunity and friends and love and all those type of things. So I feel for many of you, the obstacles that you had to go through in order to, you know, to get to that beautiful space of love was not necessarily things with love, but it was more things within your own life, you know. And that itself brings you to the space where many of you are ready to make that beautiful high-level commitment now. Okay, let's look at that Ace of Cups there in your recent past. What is that about? I'm just going to draw one card for that. And you've got the Page of Wands, innovative new ideas. Okay, you may have started to think that, you know, maybe this is a good time to make new bonds, to make new ties, to go with love, to try something new. You know, for those of you that were maybe saying, you know, I'm okay, I don't need anybody, I can be all on my own, I don't really care. I feel that you sort of changed your story a little bit lately. That you kind of realize that, you know, that you might want to be with someone, that you are ready for a relationship, that maybe all the previous talks that you had and those high walls that you had and things like that was really preventative measurements where you're kind of like protecting your pain because you weren't feeling, you know, fully ready to deal with it yet. But you're in a space, you were in a space recently where you actually were, because you've got that Eight of Wands in your recent past, and I want to see what that is about. Ahoy! Come back to me. The Sun card, the Knight of Cups, and then I'm going to show you the Hermit in the upright position, but it went a little bit upside down, wonky bonky, flipping on its side, stuff like that. Okay, so I feel that for many of you in the recent past, you realize that you were ready for success and life and love and, you know, all those beautiful things. And some of you may even have sort of like, you know, lost your heart a little bit there to somebody at a little point, you know, kind of like I lost my heart to a Starship Trooper type of vibe. But I felt that you also, it's almost like, you know, when we feel in very good spirits, sometimes we feel ready, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. But I feel this is almost like a spark that kind of went like, ooh, and a poof, you know, where you quickly realize that I don't feel that you weren't emotionally ready. I feel that you weren't somehow ready inside of your body. You know, maybe you were tired, or, you know, thought to yourself, well, maybe I need to sleep right now. That's something that's more important, you know. Let's look at this Death card in reverse. So we've got the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Hierophant, and this is in your current space. So I see beautiful opportunity here for you. For many of you that are with someone at the moment, I see you putting in the work. I see you being committed to this relationship. I do, however, see you having some doubts about taking things to the next level. So you might want to be with someone, you're committed, and it's all beautiful. Maybe in a connection that other people don't know about. But you're not quite ready to go sort of public with this thing, let your friends know, let your family know, sort of like put them on Facebook and that sort of thing. Some of you might have been proposed to and you're like, I don't really know. There's a couple of possibilities here, because remember, I'm reading for a collective, so all of that is basically coming up. If you want to have a focus on your own personal energy, you can always book a personal reading with me as well. You just send me an email. My address is in the description below. But this is really a space where it's like a quick turnaround, but I don't know, it's almost like many of you are saying to yourself, like you're ready, like you can be with someone, or you feel that you're ready to be in a relationship and you feel ready. And then as you're feeling ready and as you realize this is a good time for you and this is the right time for you, on the other hand, there's also a sense of like, I don't know, no, I shouldn't, because, okay? Be careful of past mistakes not influencing your sober thinking when it comes to emotions. And sorry, you've changed a lot and you're busy changing, so don't sort of judge yourself by past mistakes and happenings and events and things like that. And remember, as you change, everybody else changes as well. Okay. And just because somebody current maybe reminds you of your ex doesn't have to mean that they're going to have the same tendencies, because everybody sort of has a type, as do you. But everything, I see everything being so alright for you here with love. Let's look at the energy coming towards you, because then we've got the sun again. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. High level commitment coming there towards you. Beautiful connection being possible. And I want you to understand, when I say all of this, tarot is always about possibility. So I currently see what's possible in the collective energy of Aquarius. Okay. If you open yourself to that flow, that can really work for you. If you say, not for me, then you're not open to that flow and then it doesn't affect you. Okay. So you've got the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil. So there's an opportunity for exponential growth for you going forward, exponential financial growth. So as you go forward, remember to keep your mind on the positives, on the things that are working, on the things that are beautiful, on the things that you do want. It's very important that you keep your mind focused on the positives, okay, in the possibilities. Obviously, that doesn't mean that you're illogical about life, but also don't be closed off to the ideas that miracles can actually happen, because there's divine interventions taking place. Somebody might literally come knocking on your door for one reason or the other, or I feel a very direct approach coming to you, with money. Maybe you're building a business or something like that, and you feel that you want to focus on that, and your focus was on love, but now success comes around and you're like, oh, well, maybe I should focus on the success first. Well, you can actually focus on both. All right. Don't try to talk yourself out of a good thing going forward, because I see that sort of quote unquote sort of like logical thinking that actually counts to your detriment. So be careful of that. Okay. Let's see, Five of Swords. It's almost like they're saying, don't be your worst enemy when it comes to love. With the Five of Swords energy coming towards you, Aquarius, you've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Lovers. Yeah, this energy that's coming to you over here, this Ace of Pentacles, it can actually become so much more. Really great potential. So again, don't be your worst enemy there with the Devil card. Because we've got the Knight of Wands and we've got the Lovers. Now, which is a Gemini energy. With any Knights really, it's always about going for stuff, but you always want to be mindful that you're not maybe getting a little bit ahead of yourself, that you're studying clear thinking and stuff like that. But Aquarius, what I actually see for you is, when you feel that nudge towards love, and you follow it, it falls really beautiful, because we've got the Lovers over there. Let's look at what we've got with the Four of Swords, the energy coming towards you. Your connection with the energy of love, with the energy of flow, is strengthening. Okay. If you think of yourself as a soul having a human being experience, and you think of the energy of love also as a soul expression of possibility, the relationship between the two of you is becoming better. So, Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Justice card. Don't despair, don't worry. Some of you might feel like certain things happened in the past that really hurt your heart, that feels really, really unfair. All those things are getting evening out for you. So with the new connection that you might be getting coming your way, which I definitely see the possibility of, it will not be a repeat of the past. It's actually a beautiful, 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 wonderful improvement of what has actually happened in the past. That's how I should draw you one more card for overall energy. So I'm going to use it like MUSE Tarot, and two cards actually came out. The Three of Wands and the Six of Swords. Okay, so again, you are where you should be, and this is about cooperation coming your way. For those of you, I feel that for some of you, there are those questions of, you know, should I do something different? Should I maybe, you know, I don't know, go out a little bit more, maybe start a profile on maybe like a dating site, or make myself more accessible, or things like that. You don't actually have to do that. Where you are right now, as you are perfect for the alignment with the energy of love. And so it is. Beautiful love. All right. Let's see what crystal energy you can focus on, Aquarius, that will benefit you. So if you have the crystal, it's really, really fantastic. Or you can also just open yourself to the energy. You can maybe sort of Google it and YouTube it and see, like, you know, things about that particular crystal and stuff like that. But you've got Morganite, which is such a beautiful crystal, and it says relationship healing. I mean, can it get any more obvious than that? You know, relationship healing, pain healing, inner child healing, where you've been hurt before, maybe hurt in ways that other people assume that, oh, you're fine, and you were maybe not that fine. There's a beautiful healing taking place. So it obviously only makes sense that you go into that next level. Okay, so that's what I got for you. Thank you so much. I hope that helps, Aquarius. If the reading resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Remember, if you subscribe, to hit that notification bell so you get to see when your readings are coming out, including the daily readings that I release as well. If you're interested in learning the tarot for yourself, there's a link in the description where you can learn that. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me as well. Until next time.